Today on Drawbli.
Ben is drawing two artworks at the same time.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And we are self-taught artists documenting our journey of improving at drawing, which is of course better with friends.
So click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And check out our guidebook how to easily draw every day at the link below. Abby, I'm drawing two artworks at the same time.
What, like one with each hand?
No, but I do know somebody that does that on Instagram, and he's pretty crazy. Carl Kapinski.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Shout out to Carl.
Shout out to Carl.
He can draw with both hands at the same
That's
time.
awesome.
He's nuts.
Can you draw with two hands at the same time?
I can barely draw with one hand.
Yeah.
So we talked about in our last Drawbli episode about how it would be cool or interesting to try working on two different drawings at the same time.
Yes.
And like flip-flop back and forth, just because you get that you get that refresher of your eyes, plus you also get almost like an art director feel.
So how did that go for you?
It actually went pretty well.
Because I did it too.
Oh, okay. You did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you also did.
I did.
I knew that you started it, but I thought you gave up on it.
I didn't.
Okay.
And, well, maybe I should have. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at what you're doing. Love this guy with his sweater. Love the way you've got this really cool, sketchy, fun look going on with him.
Thank you, yeah.
I really like that. You're really stepping into your own when it comes to sketching, Ben. Great job.
I'm trying. I've made a lot of, breakthroughs / realizations lately, or just general improvements. But we are gonna flip back and forth every 30 minutes from one to the other.
Look at your line of action here. Wow, you've got it mapped out from the beginning. I love these angles. Oh my goodness, this is awesome.
So I actually really enjoyed this, and I don't want to give too much of a spoiler for the next recording session that we have coming up, but I tried doing 3 at the same time, and it did not go well.
Oh.
So it seems like 2's pretty good, but going beyond that might be a little too much.
Yeah. Well, 2 for me ended up being 1 too many. I will spoil you there. But it might have just been some other factors as well, which we'll get into in our next video where it's my artwork. Yeah. But I like your artwork. I absolutely love what you've done with the curve of her thigh there. That is so fun, the way you've pushed on her, the natural curve of her thigh.
Yeah.
Not to mention just her shorts, her top, her shirt. This is awesome. This is where I see so much of your knowledge of I feel like sculpting coming in, where
for sure.
you know where to push exactly and where to make things different.
Yeah, the push on the thigh that you're talking about on the upper portion of the leg is very much exactly what I would do in 3D. So it is nice to have a lot of experience in shape design, that as I continue to improve at 2D art, just the actual aspect of doing the thing, I'm able to pull more from that knowledge.
Absolutely. No, it's really exciting. I think that's something, as an audience, myself, including myself and our general audience of you, it's been the thing we've been excited to see from you, is to see
you guys are so excited
the worlds
to
of
see.
Sculpting and 2D combine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. It's a long journey, though.
It's a totally different skill set, just totally different, muscle memory, just everything's different.
It is very different. It's I think for a lot of people, really confusing still to be well, he makes this stuff in 3D, why can't he do it with this? And I'm it's just so different. It's just such a different process, such completely different tools. Everything about it's different.
Yeah, definitely. But you've been learning really fast.
Yeah, the only thing I can always try to compare it to is learning a new instrument. You can know music theory, but learning a new instrument's still going to take a long time. The muscle memory,
I think it's a great way of putting it. Just because I know how to read some music and play a few notes on piano and flute, shout out to my high school days, does not mean I can pick up a guitar by any means. I've tried.
You wouldn't even know what to do at first. You would need guidance.
Yeah, you don't know where the notes are.
You wouldn't know how to make a chord.
And it all translates to art too. I won't extend that analogy more, but basically, it's when you sculpt sculpt. You literally project paint onto the sculpt to get some color down initially.
I actually very rarely do that.
Never mind.
But yes, you did see that in a recent video of mine.
Yes.
With Ben Eblin.
Oh, that was such a good video.
Thank
Ben
you.
Eblin is so sweet. I really loved your work with him. What a fun collaboration.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun on that project.
And his accent is so fun. I love it. I was just like, oh, this is so great. This is so great. He seems like a really, really nice person.
He is super nice.
Oh, yeah.
But enough about him. We gotta talk about me.
We gotta talk about you and your art. Well, your art is coming along strong. This is
trying.
cool. You know, we're around the 2-year mark, just past the 2-year mark of Drawbli here. And so, you know, it's great to take a chance to reflect, as we've been reflecting lately, on how far we've come in this amount of time.
Yeah.
And how far there is yet to go. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're happy with what you've been able to accomplish?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we've both made a ton of really, really strong progress. I mean, you can always say, you know, I wish I was further along, or I wish I was doing more. But, I mean, and I've said this a million times, and I will always say it a million times more on Drawbli. My favorite thing about Drawbli is just being able to go back through our backlog of videos and literally see our progress. You can go to video number 50 or video 200. We have so many videos now.
Yes.
And just like literally see where they were in, you know, 1 year in, or a year and a half in, or now like past 2 years in.
Yes.
I love that aspect.
I love that, you know, I always remember the words of my Uncle Jeff, who said, you know, the years are going to go by anyway, so you might as well do something with them. In his case, that was getting his master's degree or PhD or something like that. And, but that's what I think of when I think of Drawbli. I'm like, you know, the years are going to go by anyway. This will take a long time. It's not an instant gratification thing by any means, but
No.
it is so worth continuing with. And I'm so glad we have, because it's not always been, you know, easy. It's not always been like waking up excited to go draw. Some days it's
Absolutely
been like,
not.
no, a lot of times it's that
Completely the opposite a lot of the
accountability
time.
we give each other
Yeah.
of, hey, do you have something for Drawbli this week? So yeah, I'm glad we've stuck with it. I really am.
I'm very glad we've stuck with it as well. And honestly, like, when you're in the moment, it's like it feels like a long slog, but when you're at the end of the road, or you can look back on so much, where like it just feels so much faster when you look back. You're like, wow, it's already been like 2 years. That's crazy. That's like such a long amount of time to continue practicing drawing. And like,
Yeah, with such consistency too. Yeah, not just a thing I tried once 2 years ago.
we have not missed a day of uploading for Drawbli every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I know.
For over 2 years.
I know, that is amazing.
Such consistency.
Such
We've
consistency.
Done it.
But we
Wow.
had your YouTube expertise to fall back on in terms of making this sustainable.
I'm just such an expert.
You're
at
such an
the
expert.
YouTube.
Wow, you've been around YouTube for so long.
Years,
Yeah.
decades,
I-
millennia.
I stand to benefit by your great experience. If I can ever share any of my experience in other frames of life.
Drop us a YouTube tip, Abby. What do you
Oh,
got?
drop us a YouTube
Yeah.
tip. Okay. From you or one of my own?
Yeah, one of you. Yeah, sure.
One of my own? Go with your gut. You know, if your
Oh.
expert YouTube husband says do this, maybe it's not the right thing. Maybe you should branch out on your own and go with that title that you're like, no, this title is funny. And but also, like, if you're really not feeling it that day and you do your best to do a YouTube thumbnail, know that your YouTube husband will see it and take pity on you and doctor it up a little to make
Your
it look better.
YouTube husband.
Yeah, I got a YouTube husband. What kind of husband do you have?
Oh, I don't have a husband. I feel.
I'm talking to our audience.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. For sure.
What kind of wife do you have?
I have I guess I have a YouTube wife.
I guess so. Am I a YouTube wife? I don't know. I think since only my
You're
voice,
becoming a YouTube
my
wife.
voice is on the air, so I don't know if I'm more like a radio wife at this point because I don't have my face in the videos.
Yeah, and apparently you're from the 1960s.
Well, I'm a radio wife.
With a transatlantic accent. I love it. Yeah. This is totally what I signed up for.
What's your best radio tip?
My best radio tip? Just put yourself out there, you know?
Yeah.
There's no day to start like today.
There's no day to start like today. Yes, the data is in, and the day to start is today.
The best time to start was 10 years ago, but guess what? The second best time to start is today.
You know what's cool, Ben?
Whoa, put that on my
is
tombstone.
that to us, we're watching this be built up from the ground up, and to us, we like see very clearly, like, oh, there was a blank canvas, and now the steps to here are this. I've been thinking about this in context of a writer friend of ours who's allowing me to read his novel.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, it's just like this mind-blowing thing to have blank sheets and suddenly have words on the sheet that make sense and go together and are amazing. And I think this is going to give some people that same sense of what? How? From blank canvas to just these colors, these blends, these figures on a page. So very good job today, Ben.
Wow.
Very good job this week.
Very inspirational. What an
Yeah.
inspirational day for Drawbli, for everyone, for the world. And if you want to be inspirational, click that like and subscribe button. And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw, every day at the link below.
Share your work on Instagram with #Drawbli because drawing is better with friends.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goomba. Siri is about to talk. She's got a lot to say lately.
She's talkative today. She's always interjecting with, I'm sorry, I don't understand. I think Siri is just trying to understand. She's trying, so be patient with her.
Hello, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, she's mad at you.